Good Marnie Day to you. May your day be blessed. So today, I put in some long dwelt upon thoughts into the start of something that I've been wanting to do as a video for quite a long time now, considering how long I've been running this channel. And I've kind of been putting off to some extent and wanting to make it as good a feature as I could. However, I've also reached a point where it's just that sort of, maybe it's not something you can put into just one video and something that you should take your time with. Now, additionally, what I want to say is it may come across my memories or my regards towards this subject, this person, is more one-sided than it is to other members of my family who deserve really an equal share of love. And it's not to say that they don't. The reality is, with my nan and granddad on my father's side of the family, I have treasured memories. They just aren't as many as there are with my nan on my mother's side of the family. I will have taken from my life experiences thus far that having powerful, good memories are the things that stay with you and give you comfort, and I have them for all three of these grandparents. It is just unfortunate and the way things worked out that my nan was a more constant presence in my life, especially my younger life, than my nan and granddad. That's just the way it is, really. It's there's no disrespect meant if really I have more to say about my nan and her house in Beresford Road and growing up compared to my nan and granddad who lived in Australia for good reasons as well. I mean, it's just the way, the tapestry has been woven. I could get into people to blame or reasons. That's irrelevant. This is about what I consider the legacy of my ancestors and honouring them. And just wanting to make it clear that there's no dishonour meant or disrespect if I have more to say about my nan than my nan and granddad. So, moving on. Let's just say, to set some scenery, if you like. My nan obviously had been married, and my granddad, he had passed away before I was born. So while I have thoughts on him, I never knew him in any way whatsoever. My nan, however, is someone who really lives in my mind and my heart and my soul, always. And that's part of the reason why I should have been doing this video sort of a lot sooner, but I want it to be right. I want to get across everything I feel I need to get across, and that makes it a longer, complicated subject. So this is just like an intro video to some extent. Try not to waffle on too much. And what I really want to do is to set the scene, if you like, is to focus on something she told me when I was young, and I was recently reminded of following a complicated journey home from what was a very spiritual day, and the journey home took a lot longer than it should have done, through no fault of my own or my passenger. And once I dropped my friend home, on my way home, it was funny, I got to see Marnie in the sky, and I was reminded of wisdom my nan had given me when I was small, and that was that the moon will always guide you home. And yeah, it's one of those things that my nan was very much a lady of mystery. I mean, there were things growing up that we were entertained with, such as sort of like fairies and elves, that looking at them now, I mean, it's just that sort of, you go through different stages. As a child, you are fascinated by the faults of these things, that there are fairies around you, or elves, and we don't get to see them for various reasons. And my nan was very much one of these ladies that really supported you believing in magic. And then obviously you get to a certain age, perhaps, where you, I suppose, the Peter Pan effect, where you grow up, or you reach a certain age and you want to forget about childish things. Well, I don't think that's anyone's fault. We live in a society that is built to make you diminish those lines of thinking, ready for the stoic, depressive grind of everyday life. And then obviously, you are free to make your choices, and whether you carry those things with you and make new discoveries or find new paths or not is completely down to you. It's telling, really. But yeah, the moon will guide you home. I've kind of got a chant for that now, and it's not very clever. but it is something that just feels deeply comforting. So I'm going to just really leave it there as sort of an acknowledgement that there's more to come. But I just need to process those thoughts a little bit more. I mean, I've had plenty of time to process these thoughts, but it's just a case of moving forward. If you look through my back catalogue of videos, there are videos that reference Beresford Road and my nan's house and what an impact it's had on my whole life, both on a material level and a spiritual level. So it's just really about honouring this important ancestor and carrying her with me even now, sort of after a fair number of years since she passed on. So thank you for listening to me waffle, and I will see you in the next video. Do take care. Goodbye.